Hi there, welcome to the Obachon Chatter 2. I am here with you this early morning. I guess it's about 11 o'clock, May the 14th, 2026. I'm here to give my review for Summer House Season 10, Episode 15, titled Full House. So it picks up where it left off at with Carl. This is a tongue twister for me. Carl and Kyle arguing about, they got an argument at the table, so they outside, and Kyle is like, Kyle is like, fuck you, Carl. What you mean what you do? I'll support you. What I do to you? You said we was friends. We ain't friends. You talked about me all summer. And then he was like, you a 6'5" motherfucker, stop acting like a Vazagil. And he said, shut the fuck up. And so the tall one, who was Carl, says, shut the fuck up, but I will whoop your ass. I believe he would too. So they're going back and forth. And he said, I ain't do nothing to you. He said, yes, you did. You fucking whined all summer long. I'm Carl. I'm 6'5". And I'm a fucking whiner. I'm a sensitive whiner. So anyway, the ladies in the kitchen, they still hear them yelling. So all the ladies get up. All the ladies, Miranda, Lindsay, Dara, all of them run to the door. And it's like, what? Because they can hear that it's scuffling. And it is because Carl thought Kyle threw that can at him, but he was throwing it at the house. So he was like, I will whoop your ass. So Carl is walking back and forth, and the man is trying to tell her husband to calm the fuck down. It's to the point where she's like, shut up before I punch you in your mouth. She said, don't say shit that you're going to regret saying. He's like, yeah, I ain't putting no money in his business. The reason why I ain't putting no money in his business is I put all my money. So she, shut up, Kyle. So Carl says the only reason why I got up and went behind him is because I was trying to calm him down. I wasn't trying to make it worse. And I put money in my business. We talked about it, so Kyle was outside. He talking about putting money in his business. We were talking about that shit in March 2024. It's 2026, and now he's still on that shit. He acts like a Vazagil. So, she telling Amanda, still screaming, Kyle, please calm down. He said, no, I'm tired of, if I want to slam the motherfucking table, I can slam it from the motherfucking table. I'm tired of everybody jumping up on me. Everybody always on me. Get the fuck off of me. All y'all can suck my dick. I was like, damn. So I'm tired of, he was talking about behind my back all summer, talking about I'm his best friend. I'm not his best friend. So, I covered that goddamn. I said something wrong with him. That nigga is that. I'm not nigga. That man is upset. So anyway, he said that already. Calls a 6'5" China doll. He said, I'm sick of his shit. He said, well, he a little bit upset. I think it was Jesse or West said, well, he a little bit upset, you missed his birthday. I missed his brother's birthday. I forgot my father's birthday last weekend. That's Kyle thing, though. He always divert. Okay, he come to you crying like a baby. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I'm just so lost. I just don't. And then they say, well, this is what you do. Well, this is what you do. I hate motherfuckers like that. So anyway, Carl winds up being in the backyard with the ladies, and barely trying to get him to stay back there by saying, please don't go up there, because I don't want y'all to fight. And he said, I'm not going to fight him. He said, I'm not mad, I just want to talk to him. She said, please don't go up. You stay out here with me, I just make up with which can make out. So everybody kind of laughed, but they go back in the house, and Carl said, I'm going back in the house because he's not in there. So he goes to talk to Lindsay. Carl goes to talk to Amanda and tells Amanda that he's sorry. And she said, fuck that. You don't got to apologize to me. I love you. And he said, I'm just trying to, she said, I know it's good. So West outside in the front yard with Ben and Kyle, and he is telling them, hey, dude, you ain't mad at, Lindsay started this shit. He was like, blah, blah. He said, no, Lindsay started this shit. But every time you responded to Lindsay, your ass was looking directly at Amanda. And he said, but you know, she was just sitting there. He said, listen, that ain't what I'm saying. He said, all this shit that you got with your wife, whenever you deal with people in the house that's around that shit, that's the energy they get from you. I can't. So it was weird when the ladies came out the front, when Amanda and them came out the house to break up Kyle and Carl. Howard just told Amanda, let them fight. Just let them fight. It's like, damn, you said let them fight. Or you sleeping, you fucking that man's wife. Okay, so Lindsay is apologizing to Amanda, saying she didn't mean to get nothing started. Girl, you knew that shit was going to get started. You know Carl longer than anybody in the house. You know that shit is on ice, cracked ice. And you just kept on. So what do you mean? So she's your partner. You was asking shit like you the wife. And Lindsay, Amanda need to stop because she let y'all do that shit. But I think she let y'all do that. And that she don't come to his defense no more because she already fucking West. I'm just going to tell you. I will tell you from experience. If you're in a relationship where you keep asking the motherfucker to give you, help you, give you, telling them what you need, and they just continually ignore you, as soon as there's somebody out there that start doing shit that they supposed to do, that you supposed to get in their home and they not, if you're a good woman, well, when you try to be, I don't know how I make this sound, it's going to sound fucked up. When you at the house and you trying to do what you supposed to do, and your spouse ain't doing what you need, you do other shit. Hence, this is why, a good example of this is how Kyle say, she's supposed to be my wife. She don't defend me. We don't have sex. She not a partner. She don't ask me how I'm doing when I come home. She don't do shit. She lay around. She get high. So that's his reason for saying if I don't have no companionship, that's why I be slipping in people's DMs. That's his excuse to me for cheating on her because she ain't doing what he's supposed to do. And then in turn, that's what she doing. She keep asking this motherfucker and he ain't. And it's the first person gave her a little bit of attention. And y'all seen how that man, Amanda and West hugged in the hallway. I done hugged plenty of men. But I don't hug men laying on them and letting them press against me like that. Not unless we intimate. Like unless we got some shit going on. Or I like you because I want something going on. But they was just leaning into each other. Then he kissed her on top of her head. She was crying on him. He was like, she's like, I love you. And then when they parted hands, all that extra hand shit letting go. I was like, girl, they was fucking already. So somehow or another, Ben and Jesse wind up together. DJ and Jesse's outside because Jesse can't believe the shit that's going on. So he was like, oh, he just sound like he got Kyle sound like he got a bunch of fucking unresolved feelings, and I don't know how to deal with that guy, so I'm just gonna let him be. So, Carl was like, I wasn't trying to hurt him and shit. He said, I talked to him, he said, I'm sick of listening to this motherfucker talk about himself. Oh, woe is me, and how he gonna be a DJ. He said, how the fuck is you a DJ? How's that your plan? But you a DJ, but you don't produce your own music. I was like, damn, how you do that? You just gotta pay other people shit, I guess. So, Ben and Kyle go in the room together, and he crying about how he got blood on his pants, and I think Ben said a little bit of blood ain't never hurt nobody. It wash out. So I think that's when Lindsay come through too, and she said she didn't mean to rattle you. We were all just curious. You having a residency in Los Angeles just really throw everybody off. First of all, how the fuck is it supposed to throw everybody off, and why isn't it in your business? So anyway, this a busy one. I just want the fucking reunion to come. So Carl apologizes, and I told you that he hugs Amanda. They good. Told you West told Kyle he put his shit on other people. So So the ladies are sitting at the table, and that Dara tells Amanda if she didn't want to talk about her issues with them, that she didn't have to, that her business was her business, and she said no, she cool. So we got Carl, he crying because he tells Lindsay that the reason why he fucked up is Sierra said that Amanda wanted to separate, or that was thinking about being separated for about a month or so. So the ladies think that's what's scaring him, and it is. So Carl tells, he said I was excited about this weekend, and it's always my fault. And he telling Carl that I feel like she don't like me, she deserted me. No sex, no relationship, 7 years. So he was like, I don't know what to do. And so that's when I said, you ain't got to do nothing, because she taking care of her needs. She's sick of asking you. So while this is going on, we got Jess and Wesley and Sierra and outside on the porch. And Lindsay goes back to Amanda and tells him Lindsay goes to Amanda and tells Amanda that Kyle can no longer say fuck you to her like that. She says she was thrown by that. So Lindsay tells Amanda that Sierra told Kyle that you want to be separated. So that's probably why he's acting up tonight like this. So Amanda tells us in the confessional that, damn, Sierra will say out verbally what she thinks internally. Because, she say she's scared, but we know this bitch ain't scared. She's sleeping around with that. They all stay in the house in the summer, and she up there sleeping with that man. So Kyle said, Kyle, he's scared. I said, he immature. DJ, he just walking around quiet like, what the fuck? Now, I'm going to tell you somebody who got a good relationship that I see on camera is Dara and DJ. So we hear Bailey tell us how she got morse between the legs saying Carl all head tossle with dog tags on, cussing and carrying on, talking about whooping somebody's ass. She said that was her husband. I'm glad I get done with this one. I saw it too many times. So Lindsay again running around the house. I didn't know it was going to set him off. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You know how this motherfucker is. So Carl said, I just want you to, I'm sorry, I just want us to control his emotions. So now I'm been in the closet with Kyle. They hugging, he crying like a baby and shit. But you know what? They hugging and crying like a baby, but that motherfucker did all that shit, and he changed his clothes, he get ready to go out. So DJ tells Carl he was scared that he was going to hit him. And he said he glad he didn't go there. And he said, we don't think that. And DJ said that the group don't think he the bad guy. We just want to see Kyle grow. These are grown. You older than him. You got better sense than that motherfucker. So Ben tell Kyle too, hey, there was a lot of shit said, but now it's at the table. Y'all just need to unpack the bag. So you need to go make that shit right with your friend. So right after that is when we see Amanda and Wes share that little moment in the foyer. And then right after that, you see Sierra get up. Right after they depart, you see Sierra, the way they pan the camera, she getting up to go pee. And Amanda and Wes split up by that. I said, if she would have seen that shit, she'd have known. And she would have seen how they was hugging. She would have known they was doing something. I'm just for real. So Carl gets Carl and bring him a level boy for them to drink. And I lost my shit, and me too. You know how they do. And Carl don't really call him on the carpet and let Kyle do it. I just been on something. It's just been so hard. And I found out she wanted to leave me, and she just don't support me. And she sat there and she just let me take the bullets. And that's why I said, fuck you. Because it's like she was enjoying it. This motherfucker's a baby. But man, divorce this motherfucker. So we both need to get it out. So anyway, he told me, I thought you was going to, after you get in an argument with somebody, and then after y'all get better, y'all start talking about the argument, and they started talking about, oh, you was in front, when you was standing in front of my car, I was like, oh, please don't hit this car, and Carl was thinking the same thing, and Kyle was like, yeah, don't hit my car, because I just fixed the front of it. I don't even know what kind of car he got, so they laughed about that. And then Amanda said she could hear them. She know that they gonna be cool. That Carl just gonna let Kyle do that dumb baby tantrum shit, and they gonna be okay. So Amanda go get in the bed with Sierra. She holding her hand, and she like she might be crying a little bit. And he says, Carl said her silence when they dogging him, she don't support him. He don't got no support. So Amanda said, she told Sierra the worst part of the thing at the table is when everybody was talking, and the only thing that he said to her was, fuck you. She said that something in there, that shit over. So she said, I don't understand if it was me. Amanda tell Sierra, because Mia come get in the bed too. And she tell her, if I had a girlfriend going through what I was going through, I would be so mad at her. I'd be like, why can't you see what you see? So she said, I'm not saying this about y'all. I know y'all love me and stuff. But she said, if it was one of y'all, I'd lose my fucking mind on my friend. So Lindsay told Carl, was talking to Kyle, and she was like, listen, you want to do something, because he said, I feel deserted. I feel abandoned. She said, maybe that's how she feels too when you go off to Vegas to do a DJing job, or when this and that, she don't feel like that she has a partner or a friend. I said, man, he's just a fucking baby. He wasn't people, don't matter. He ain't gonna take no accountability, and when he do, he ain't real. It's not, you can tell it's not sincere. So Justin, before Sierra get in the bed with Amanda, she was sitting outside with Jesse and Wes. They were saying how happy they was to be friends again. They was cheering with Drake. So Amanda and Lindsay are talking, and she said he got set off about the separation talk. I already tell you about the hug in the foyer. We're coming to the end, thank God. So while she laying in the bed, so after Kyle and K talk, they go in the kitchen, and the rest of the crew's in there, minus Amanda, Sierra, and Mia. And Carl walk out with his lover boy, yeah, man, we're good. I apologize. I know I'm apologizing now for everything. I'm sorry. And that's what Jess said. Well, it seems like you got somebody else you need to go on your apologize tour to, Amanda Petrillo, motherfucker, your wife. So he just kind of looked like he don't want to. So he go in there and he knock on the door. He find them all in the bed together. So they talking. So he interrupts and he says a lot of shit, because that's what it is. He said, I talked to Kyle and we're good. And I came to apologize to you, but I felt like you was letting them attack me. And for a long time, I felt like we wasn't on the same team, but for a minute I thought we was. And I apologize for saying fuck you. Actually all he did was tell her why he said fuck you to her and then sign an apology. So when she left, she said, what the fuck was that? And Sarah said, I don't know what the hell he was talking about. She said, but where was the apology? It wasn't one. So he said, I'm trying to talk to you. So anyway, he just turned around and he leave. So he leaving, But he leaving to go in the room to get dressed because he ready to take his ass out. So he's in there talking shit about it. She ain't gonna go nowhere. She too scared. She depending on me. I'm not gonna worry about her. So everybody in the house getting dressed. Now he shared the same room with her. And she ain't in there. And she see the other ladies getting dressed because they get ready to go out. He come to tell her, oh, you're not going out? She was like, what? Nigga, you just cussed me out in front of a whole table full of people. Then came in, then said, fuck you, when I ain't hadn't said nothing to you at all. How can you have fun going out? You sorry as fuck. So they in the room like, this motherfucker trying to go hang out and she ain't coming. So she was left home by herself. So Wes and Jesse is talking. He said, a man, he think they need space, but he know that Kyle ain't good for it. And Jesse said, I don't good for it either, because to me, if you separate, you might as well just keep going separating. And when you put your shit in your apartment, your new place, go and find you a lawyer the next day. So they all go out. So, you know, and they come back, and then they come back, and I don't know why Sierra and West just keep hanging out in the kitchen, and he asked her, is anything need to happen for the party tomorrow? She said, oh, the party, that's my party, that's me, I'm in charge of the party tomorrow. He said, no, that's why I asked. So anyway, the party is a Aspen ski dream or something. Big and it's better. It's gonna have ski slopes and igloos, all types of shit. So it's the next day, and Jesse said he don't want to set shit up. He was like, I don't want to set up. I've been setting up all summer, but you can't sit out, son. You gotta help. So Mia helping too, and it's funny. It's a piece of tinsel that's in blue and wrapped itself all down the crack of her ass and around her thigh. I said, that's a happy piece of tinsel. And I ain't gay. And even if I was, I could still compliment somebody. That girl got a nice ass body. Yes, she does. A nice ass. So, Sabrina finally get to the party. And she get out of the car. She acts so flaky. Yeah! She greet people like black women. Hi, how you doing? Oh, God. Oh, I love you. I was like, she is too old. She act like she hiding me. So me and DJ, they sitting out on the balcony, they talking, and he says, he nervous about this being the last party, because he done met some friends that feel like family to him, and it's real hard for him to get close to people, and it's even harder once you get close to people, let them go. So he said, Mia, what you doing when for the holidays? And she said, my holidays been kind of fucked up since my mother died. She said, I used to go home, but now I'm not going home. It ain't home. It's not the same. So I have to create a new holiday thing for my life. So he was like, look, yo, if you're around, I already done told my mother, hey, me and Sierra might stop through for the holidays. And, you know, they might come through. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, that's cool. So, because she said, oh, my God, thank you so much, DJ. He said, yo, you like fam. No, you ain't got it. We fam, yo. So I thought that was a touching moment. That kind of made my eyes tear up a little bit. Because I really do like DJ. And I hope Dara is good for his ass, too. So after he has a conversation, we see Mia in her confessional, and she says that, you know, she feel a type of way because her mother died. She felt like she's being stagnant, and she's living again, but it's weird for her to start living in a house full of people that she don't know, that are strangers, but feel like family to her now. So she felt like she's been able to open up, so she feels good about that. They're no longer strangers. So we got Lindsay, Jesse, and Wes upstairs in the bed eating steak and potatoes. And as soon as I seen that shit, I went right and took a steak out the freezer and cut me up some Yukon potatoes and put all that shit nice and pretty in a multi-cooker. I can't wait to eat it when I finish making this. I'm having it for lunch. So she said, well, how you feel about Sierra sitting? Lindsay asked Wes how he feel about Sierra telling him that he the one at the table that he loved. And he said, caught off guard. And she said, yeah, it did too. Seeing that me and Amanda and Sierra and Amanda was sitting there, but and so Jesse said, yeah, she the hell with all the rest of us. So she said she loves you. And he says it's good, and so Wes' response is it's good and it's bad because I had to pretend I ain't like her for 2 years, and so it's kind of like it sucks. So for 2 years, I thought she just hated me, but she was doing self-protection. And he said, so I avoided the relationship. But so he says weird because we back now at the oohs and the ahs. I said, oh, so now you're confused because you still want to fuck Sierra, but you fucking Amanda. Yeah. Be confused about that. So, it's time for them to have the party. They get everything all dressed up and stuff. And you have Jesse asking, it's time for the party, everybody come. And you got on, that shit look, I don't care, look hot to me. You wearing ski shit at the beach or beach shit in the mountains during ski time. I don't know. But she talked, and I see that Jesse trying to see where she at with Wes. Everybody trying to see where everybody at, but this is weird before the party started. Kyle was in the bed trying to kiss on the man and scoot up there. I'm sorry. I left you here last night. It was after I got to the club. I felt like that's not the place I should be. I should be home with Amanda. It acted like he was trying to scoot up behind her and get her something. She just played dead. Like what they do when they don't want to fuck with you no more. So the way they had a party. The party is a success. I think Jesse really started liking Sierra, but him and Wes started talking about Sierra, and Wes said the only thing he wanted to know was make sure that she wasn't going to kiss Jesse. And I think the only reason why he even was fucking with Sierra, meaning Wes, is because Jesse was looking at her, and I don't think his ego could take it. And everybody's so crazy about Wes. I think he's a sloppy looking dresser, and some days he look good, some days not so good. I don't know if his mustache go over top his lip or what the fuck is going on. But I will say, Lizzie came back as a firecracker, and I cannot wait to see the reunion. So y'all know I'm going to talk about that. But listen, you could have been anywhere, but she was here with me doing this for this 27 minutes and 30 seconds, and I love you for it. Bye now.